Hello guys, it's Ace here, and today we'll be looking at a game called Path of Exile, which is a free-to-play PC online RPG set in a dark fantasy world. It's created by Grinding Gear Games, so it should give you an idea about what the game is about. So it's basically a Diablo 3 clone. Nothing more to it really. It's just you have a character, you kill monsters, you grind the gear so you can kill stronger monsters. The story is kind of a cliche, but what can you do? Like, really, it's a nice story. It's different than Diablo 3, for example, but it doesn't have any depth to it. Like, so far, I don't know. It's only like we've only had 2 acts released so far. Third one might be better. But yes, there's 6 classes. For this video, I'll be showing you the Ranger class. And the starting story is basically that you are banished from your homeland for your own misdeeds, whatever class you pick in. So yes, let's hop onto the Ranger. She is like a hardy looking gal, probably convicted for selling drugs at the local high school. And there we go, connecting to server. So this is how the game starts, and now we're gonna get washed off ashore. And there's a guy with a exclamation mark on top of his head. Wow. We speak to the guy and he says, "You know, we're not the only ones that made it, not counting my quiet friend here," referring to the zombie. "Why didn't they just bloody execute us back in Oriath? This little splinter sticking out of me missed all the important bits." Yes. So this guy, we're just gonna close the conversation, and the zombie eats him. So now we kill the zombie before it eats us, and it's gonna drop what's known as a gem in the game, and this thing is basically used to enhance your weapon or your armor, and it gives you an ability. In this case, it's gonna be the ability of Burning Arrow. So we grab the bow. We put the burning arrow on top of it, and now we're killing monsters. The good thing about gems is that they evolve on their own, so that there are no class trainers in the game. Just find different gems, each one grants a different ability, and if you want to use the ability you need to have the gem in your gear so you can level up, otherwise the ability is going to stay on level 1 forever. So while you're leveling, your gems are going to be leveling too, making your ability stronger. So this is basically the starting territory. It's fun, it's nice. There's a shore here. I get tons of item dropping, and we're looking for a boss here that's gonna take us to the next village. So aimlessly wandering around, more mobs. Now as you can see, each item has different gem slots in it. There's 3 types. There's the blue one, the red ones, and the green ones. So the shield that I just saw had a green and a red, and I don't know if the different colors make up for different abilities, but from what I've seen, most of my gems are green, so I would say that green is like the color for most of your abilities, so green gem slots should be highly valued. Anyway, the graphics of the game are quite good. Everything's well made. It kind of lacks more creatures from what I would say, but I guess we'll see more in the actual open beta. So anyway, this is the guy, the biggest zombie on the island, the boss of the mob, and he has tons of HP, so it requires a lot of kiting. One thing about rangers is that when you shoot your arrow, it doesn't just interact with the first thing that it hits on the line. It basically ends where your cursor was, which is kinda annoying, because like you would want to keep your cursor around your character, so then you can switch to a different lane faster. But if you want to hit something that's on the other end of the screen, your cursor needs to be there, otherwise the arrow is just gonna hit the ground. So, boss is almost dead, which means we'll be almost at the village, and he dies, drops nothing for me. As always, I have absolutely no luck with percentage. And we go to the village. Now here are 2 quest givers, which we're gonna speak to get our next quest, which is gonna move us to the next territory. Like, you can still move through territories even if you don't have the quest for them, but the quests themselves give quite a lot of experience. So what we're seeing here is the passive skill tree. Everyone uses the same one, but depending on your class you would want to start in a different direction. As a ranger I use dexterity mostly, so we're gonna be moving in the dexterity tree because it has quite a lot of upgrades for ranged weapons, buffing its attack speed, damage dealt, projectile speed I think, and lots of other things. It also has dodge chance and stuff like that, and as a ranger you can also dual wield, so it has dual wield boost as well. I would guess that the duelists use the same part of the skill tree. This is the second territory where the monsters are quite hard to kill, but as you move forward you will like notice that quite often. Like, basically when you enter a territory you will always find it challenging to kill monsters, which is something very nice, because Diablo 3 didn't really feel like that, at least for me. Like, if you go there like in normal the game is a joke, but Blizzard did say that the game is gonna be a joke when it's on normal, so that is fine. But if you go there on Inferno difficulty it's way too hard. Like, you can't justify how hard you'd made the game for people, like when it's like that. Like Inferno, it's not about skill, it's not about anything else, it's just about making you cry when you get killed by mobs just because their abilities seem unfortunate. So this is something that you don't find in that game yet, so I hope that they don't implement the same like strategy with the monsters here. So anyway, that's the map showing here. You also have 5 potions. You always have 5 potion slots, and potions, unlike other games like that, here you don't lose them. So you have the flask, and the flask just refills on its own, and it has like an amount of charges, and every time you use it you lose some of the charges, but they regenerate over time. So you would want like stronger flasks, but you don't want more than 5. Like, it's better if you keep them for your alternative characters, but ideally you would want like the 5 best flasks that you have like on your bar. You can also use 5 health flasks, like no mana flask whatsoever, or 5 mana flasks. I prefer using 3 mana and 2 health because it ensures nice DPS boost and nice survivability. In the game, this is one of the coolest things here. Right now there's no gold. I don't know if they're planning to implement gold into the game, but right now you don't get gold. Even when you sell things in the store, like to the actual store, you receive scrolls of identification. In here they're called scrolls of wisdom, and this is basically one of the currencies in the game. There's also like orbs. There's like tens of different types of orbs which you use to upgrade items, to give them different magical properties, to change the color of a gemming slot. The social system is nice. Not like, I had a real big issue with Diablo 3 chat because it just pissed me off so badly. But that game just seems very, very well made. Especially if you like dark fantasy games, that will really make it worth your while, because that's probably one of the darkest games I've played recently. Like, it only has zombies and undead things so far, and it's just great. And on top of it all, it's just an indie game, so it's made by, I don't know, I've never heard of grinding gear games before, but it really does seem promising. I hope that you guys like the footage at the back, because I played the game for quite a while until I got that. So you can watch different, it's mostly boss fights. Like, I've skipped during the boring parts where you just kill normal skeletons forever, and it's just nice hard boss fights. But yes, the only issue that I have with the game is the support system, or maybe the end of it, because like quite a lot of games started doing that, I know, but still it's a bit weird for me. You can choose to be a supporter by picking up an early beta access, so that's cool, and it costs like $10. You can also be silver, bronze, gold, and diamond supporter. Now my problem is this: the diamond support option is just weird. Like, to get it you need to donate 1,000, and I feel ridiculous just saying that number. So $1,000 to the game company, and you get like a DVD with the game, a CD soundtrack with it, a t-shirt, an in-game pet, which is like a cute looking little kiwi, and you get an item customized with you, like they're gonna call you up or you're gonna go there, I don't know how it works, but you get one of the items is gonna be made with you being there, and it's gonna be a unique item, so that's great. But still, it's $1,000, which is kinda unreasonable, but they've chosen it, and people that will want to pay that to get the benefits from it, kudos to that, because it's awesome. Like, I really believe in supporting a game studio that you love. But the problem is that no one can earn it, which is a bit silly, but then again, earning the money in real life to spend them in game is something that people still do on their own, so it's up to you pretty much. So here it is. These were my first impressions of the game. I personally liked it. I don't know if you will. For me, it's a very well made game. It's been in development for over 4.5 years now. So it's free. It's the beta weekend now, so even if it's finished afterwards, if you're watching this video later, you should still go there, check when the next beta is, and give it a shot, because you can't really lose that much from trying out the game, can you? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you later.